A great thing with sandbox games is how they make it really easy to make your own objectives to go after. For instance, a popular category of Minecraft speedrun is random item speedruns, where the goal is to get a random item as fast as possible. I found out that concept wasn't nearly as popular in Terraria, even though the game has a lot of items that can be really interesting to search for. In this video, I'll be making a random item speedrun mod, where the player has to find specific items as fast as possible and release it on the mod browser for everyone to play. Then I challenged my friend Loaffy to a 1v1 race with the mod to see who would be the best at it. There's a lot of items in Terraria, and after giving it some thought, I'm not sure I actually want to go with a fully randomized item. For example, there's not the same amount of excitement between being tasked to fetch a water bolt, which is a cool and unique item found in the dungeon, and a cactus toilet, or cactus sofa, or cactus dresser, or cactus chair. Do you see where I'm going? There's a lot of items in the game that are, in my opinion, very unfulfilling to get, or set of items that can make things repetitive. Not only that, but examples such as the paint gun, specific paintings, the robot hat, or any wandering trader item can take absurd amount of time to grind, making them unfun to look for. I decided to fix this issue by handpicking over IT items that can be interesting to go after and make for nice planning decisions in the run. Items such as the filing, which require the player to find the shimmer biome and potentially throw a crater in there. Nature's gift, which makes for a nice treasure hunt in the jungle biome. A skyward chest, which is guaranteed when finding a sky island. The mandible blade, which requires grinding for some time in the desert but doesn't have a comically low drop rate like other items. I also picked some obscure items like the 1 second timer or the teacup, which either require impressive knowledge or some wiki use to get your hands on. The goal is that there's no item that you won't be able to fetch because you're unlucky or because they are not in your world at all, so you can start playing knowing that you'll be able to get all of them no matter what. I also decided not to include any items obtained after defeating the wall of flesh because I felt like it would stretch out the challenge too much. Even after all this, there's more than enough possibilities to keep the randomizer aspect and for each run to feel completely unique. Speaking of runs, I definitely want this to be speedrunnable, and made it so the items are always the same for a given seed, meaning that recreating and loading the same map will ask for the same items. This both makes it so it's possible to challenge your friends at a race or practice speedrunning a specific seed in case anyone would want to do that for some reason. I decided to go with an objective of 5 items by default, but that can be configured to your liking. Just make sure your friends have the exact same config if you want to play with them. In order to play the mod, new characters start with a special item in their inventory. It displays the... Hold on, it's not supposed to... It displays the... How does that even happen? It displays the items you need to obtain from your world. When you do get an item, use the book to check it in and it will move into the found items category so there's no mistaking that you got it already. Once you validate all of them, your run is complete, and your final time is displayed in chat. My friend Loaffy accepted to challenge me on this mod. Before that, if you like what I do, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's the best way for me to improve and keep releasing content. I should say that even though I have thousands of hours on this game, most of them were spent either doing nothing with the game open in the background, coding, that is trying to make some cool stuff, or coding, that is spending an absurd amount of time fixing things that no one will ever notice anyways. For that reason, Loaffy, being the absolute gamer that he is, decided to turn it into a challenge run for himself and flex on me by killing a couple bonus bosses just because he could. Starting with the run, I looked at the items needed, and instantly started building some houses. I needed pumpkins, meaning I required the dryad to arrive, and I could always buy items from NPCs which could be useful later. After totally not forgetting Dead Man Chest existed, I started doing your standard underground stuff, and ended up in the underground desert where I knew I could get the mandible blade, which not only would get me closer to the win, but also serve me as a decent early game weapon.
Okay, it's basic house time. I don't know how to build these. It's normal basic house time.
I died, crafted some gear, and died more.
There it is! I found the item! I found your, I found the weapon.
This weapon is part of my short series where I create items based on League of Legends abilities and add them into Terraria. Loaffy ended up using it a lot.
Oh! No way! I got it. First item on the checklist.
Eventually, the Demolitionist arrived, and grenades made things a lot easier. With them, I got the Mandible Blade, the first of 5 items I needed, and used the teleportation potion which brought me to the jungle where I could find the Nature's Gift, another of the challenge items. This all could have been a huge time save if I didn't die instantly to another Dead Man's Chest. With night approaching, I saw an opportunity to kill the Skeletron and gain the lead, but I made the arena way too small and died because of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. The Eye of Cthulhu has been defeated.
I still tried getting a water bolt, but it didn't work out. I went back to the jungle and died a lot. Again.
It's a mount. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh shit, I got it! I know this is a bad time to say it, but I may have got the tin can.
Before eventually noticing a sky island, which got me the Star Fury, a huge upgrade. With my newly acquired weapon, I thoroughly explored the jungle, and even though it took a long time, I finally got the Nature's Gift. At this point, I still needed to defeat a boss so I could get the Dryad for the champions, enter the dungeon for the water bolt, and make a small pond to fish for the tin can. This is when Loaffy noticed how much ahead he was and went for his bonus challenge.
I'm considering trying to do something really stupid, but I think it's gonna be a bad idea.
Seeing the night start again, and knowing this would be my last chance to maybe win, I rushed to the dungeon, and the blood moon started.
You got a blood moon? Holy shit!
Which immediately got me a shark tooth necklace.
Oh, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Yeah, big damage, baby. I'm okay! I'm okay, I'm not freaking out! I'm not freaking out, right?
This time, I easily defeated the skeleton and rushed for the water bolt.
Why am I doing this? Alright, whatever, I'm full in. I want the extra kill! I want the extra kill! Yes! Yes!
I immediately started building a pond, and experimented with the size so I could barely fish in it. I made more houses so the Dryad could arrive, which she immediately did, so I got started on planting pumpkins before going back to fishing.
I have to believe. Okay. No! Fall damage! Ah! No! I think if they spawn around here. Oh, that's a lot! I did not think about that. Ah!
At this point, I knew I had won, and even bought a vanity set from the traveling merchant. Loaffy, I'm so sorry for ruining this for you. You were so close to pulling it out. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. As always, the mod is available in the mod browser, you can find a link to it in the description.